Hi, Internet. Thanks for clicking on Stop and Think, the Puzzle Channel. I'm your host, John Appleseed. Delighted to have you with me as we solve a Saturday New York Times crossword puzzle intended to be the most difficult puzzle of the week. This Saturday is. The constructor today is Shaun Phillips. The editor is Will Shorts. This was posted on May 10th, and let's get into the puzzle. One across is a budget or two budget, don't know. One down, like American bacon, but not Canadian bacon. Don't know that. Two down, acts like a scaredy cat. No. Three down, perfume compound. I think I've seen this clue before. It turned out to be ester. I'm just going to guess that. Four down, in. Amid might fit. Five down, donor group. It might be something to do with blood donors. Budget. 10 across is a hard to define quality. No. 14 across, integrated as an approach. Don't know that. 16 across, sad remark at a carnival ring toss booth. I missed. Does that fit? Yeah, that may be something you'd say sadly if you missed the ring toss. 20 across, baby blue, perhaps. A color, don't know. 22 across, ribs, for example. Don't know. 26 across, was outstanding, with a question mark indicating some kind of joke. Is that about owing money? You have an outstanding debt? I'm not sure. 28 across, Massachusetts Cape blank. That's Cape Cod. You're sure to fall in love with old Cape Cod. 31 across, they might have a job for you. Don't know that. 34 across, sent up the wall. No, let's look at the downs. 10 down, manufactured wooden sheet. Don't know. 11 down, person who's entitled. Some kind of owner, a deed holder or something like that. I don't know. 12 down, first contact. Pretty long answer here. Don't know. I've already looked at these. Like American bacon, but not Canadian bacon. Gristly might fit. American bacon is very fatty. Gristly, I'm not sure about that. Budget would then begin with a G. This might end in an S, or it might have a preposition like acts up, rears up, scaredy cat. In, let's try amid. Just a guess there. Something is budget, it is economical, it is cheap. Is CHA. Charisma would fit here. Is that hard to find? And then what is a donor group? A PAC, a political action committee, might be a donor group. Holistic would be an integrated approach. Hisses for what a scaredy cat might do. A scared cat might hiss. Crispy or crisped. Canadian bacon is not crisped. Like most Americans, I'm most familiar with Canadian bacon through Egg McMuffins. Baby blue. Is that a peeper? My baby blues are my eyes. They're my peepers. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? What are ribs? Bones? Chipboard is something, isn't it? Let's try bones for ribs. First contact, I like alien as a beginning. Alien something. Maybe cod is wrong. Cape, I'm sure there are more capes than Cape Cod. Homeowner is a person who's entitled, who owns the title to a house. Was outstanding, owed money. You had an outstanding debt. Chipboard, I think, is like that plywood press board kind of thing. Manufactured wooden sheet would fit. Cape Ann, there's a Cape Ann, isn't there? Alien encounter might be first contact. who might have a job for you. And 34 across, sent up the wall, drove nuts, drove crazy, drove mad, drove nuts has 4 letters there. Let's try that. 32 down, some camping excursions. No. 29 down, because of, due to. 27 down, George Blank voted Coach of the Century by the International Swimming Hall of Fame. I'm not familiar with a swimming coach named George. Let's move over to this corner of the puzzle. 6 across, unappetizing food. That might be slop. 13 across for blank. I don't know. 15 across, apt name for a NASCAR driver. Don't know. 17 across, pioneer in musical impressionism, despite rejecting the term. Don't know that. 6 down, bases. No. 7 down, Mary Poppins tune that begins with tuppence. For paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight, with your fist holding tight, with your string of your kite. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Okay, yeah, it's not let's fly a kite, it's let's go fly a kite. That does fit. 8 down, rolled blank, rolled oats, just kind of pops to mind. Let's try that. 9 down, devious scheme, could be a plot. For real, maybe, for 13 across, put an L there, and then plot for the devious scheme. App name for an NASCAR driver. Okay, Otto is a name, and he drives an auto racing car, I guess. Oats, plot, let's go fly a kite. Don't know that. 21 across, I'm off. I'm going, I'm leaving. 23 across, didn't make it through the late show, say. Maybe you fell asleep, you nodded off. You didn't make it all the way through the show you were watching before you fell asleep. 27 across, wants, and then some. Something for, yearns for. Longs for, yearns for. 29 across, some dragonflies. And they might have a job for you. Recruiters might have a job for you. So on that swimming coach. 23 across, nature's alternative in a classic debate, nature versus nurture. This is a classic debate about where personality traits and various other things come from, or they're innate, or whether they come from the way you were raised. 21 down, some works of Wordsworth, maybe sonnets. He's a poet. So sonnets might be poetic works. 17 down, team for which Sandy Koufax pitched for all of his 12 MLB seasons. He was Los Angeles Dodgers. Did he play for them before they moved to Los Angeles? I remember him being in blue. I pictured him in blue at his news conference where he announced he wasn't going to pitch anymore. I'm not sure that I got these right. So long for I'm off. 18 down, some pillars of the community, maybe like village elders, tribal elders, that kind of thing. 19 down, one side in an 1899-1902 war. That's probably the Boer War in South Africa. Some dragonflies are darners. I don't know what that means. Are they darters? If I got sonnets wrong. I'm not sure I understand 29 across. Hungers for 27 across, wants and then some. And bases, or bases. Okay, Debussy might be a pioneer in musical impressionism. Claude Debussy, I think. The grounds for believing something are the bases for it. A ploy for devious scheme instead of a plot, yes, and glop instead of slop for unappetizing food. Okay, I think those think I'm satisfied with that corner. That looks right. All right, let's keep on going. 30 across. I was stuck in traffic, perhaps. That's a lie. You might tell to as an excuse for being late or something. 33 across, where Ferrari is race in brief. R-A-C-E in brief. I don't understand that. 35 across, deep defenses, moats. Might be defenses that have depth to them. Let's look at 37 across, demand. Don't know. 40 across, committed in front of witnesses. Not sure. Can we finish this corner? 36 across, comes out with. Utters? Come out with a utterance, a saying. George Haynes or Haney. 38 across, Mediterranean plant, named for its brightly colored flowers. Some kind of rose. 41 across, wine found in tasting. Asti, the letters A-S-T-I are found in that word, tasting. 43 across, decide not to toss, to keep. If you're doing your Marie Kondo thing and you say, maybe this gives me joy after all, I'm going to keep it, not toss it out. 45 across, trips, errors, makes a mistake. RV trips for some camping excursions. 38 down, benefit, for the sake of somebody, for the benefit of that person. One with a login and password is a user. Sunrose has brightly colored flowers that remind people of the sun, so that's where that comes from. And Haynes looks like a plausible name there. Okay. Where were we when we moved over to that section? 42 down, someone will pay for this. Don't know, an IOU maybe. 40 down, why not? 37 down, convenience stores. 35 down, center of town on signs. Don't know. 33 down, natives of Scandinavia. Norwegians or what? 24 down, shoved down the throat of, foisted on. I'm going to foist my beliefs on you, for example. 25 down, fine-grained rock that can be easily cut in any direction. Rock. Race might be the stock symbol for Ferrari, so that would be its symbol on the New York Stock Exchange. For 33 across, 37 across is demand. Committed in front of witnesses. Said I do. You committed to a marriage in front of witnesses? Okay. Is this free stone? That's not a mineral I've heard of, but it might fit. The demand for something is the market for it. And the Nordics, for natives of Scandinavia, the Nordic peoples, go into overdrive, pour it on. The center of town, the main street, museums, galleries, etc. For 44 across, that could be the art scene of a town. Main street, I kind of like there. Tops for 46 across. Someone will pay for this. The tab for 42 down, that's something that gets paid for. Tops. Why not? Sure. To turn it on is to go into overdrive. Main Street. Convenience stores are marts. Bests. I top someone. I best them at a contest. And S finishes the puzzle. Okay, it's Saturday and under 15. That's pretty fast for me. Usually I'm closer to a half hour for a Saturday puzzle. So that was pretty good. Some of these were kind of hard to figure out, hard to define initially. Charisma and crisped instead of bacon. At one point I wanted to put gristly in there. Hisses, I wanted to kind of put an S in there, but then I thought maybe it was, rear back or up, something ending in up rather than an S. Mid. Pack for donor group, that was clever. Peeper for a synonym for baby blue, that's kind of misleading there, which is what you expect on a Saturday. Recruiters are people who have a job for you. Sent up the wall, drove nuts, and sunrose, not a flower I'm familiar with. What's the other thing I was not familiar with? Oh, freestone. So my knowledge of flowers and minerals is lacking here, but we managed to solve the puzzle anyway. So that was a good way to spend a few minutes. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.